violations are in and we're able to start working on it, it's incredibly more efficient than the manual processes that we had before on all levels, as far as just the record keeping and how quickly letters can be generated and just knowing where it needs to be when. It's really, really a good thing.
I'm not sure the rest of the board understands what you've had to do. Or maybe you might want to give a couple of sentences on your process that you explained in the our committee meeting. I had the opportunity to participate in.
Before she went through the 20 boxes or after?
When she got the program to go.
The program is, if there aren't any programs specific to CCNR compliance, the best thing that I could find that would suit the needs of the district is one that's designed for code enforcement. So it's not perfectly suited to CCNR, but it definitely achieves all the goals we need. But it requires a tremendous amount of programming, every aspect, everything from statuses to inputting the different clauses for each one, including a code for the violation name and a resolution, which improves the letters because it's far more informational for the property owners so they know what the expectation is for them to comply and to speak in compliance, which is our goal. Most municipalities do not have as many different ordinances as we do. We have, I'm going to round the number to 100 because I'm still counting, numbers of sets of CCNRs, and the lowest amount per is somewhere around 16 or 17 clauses, all the way up to over 100 clauses. So if you do that math, that's thousands. So my appreciation to Kathy, who did a tremendous amount of transcribing for me while I worked on the other aspects of it. It's been a long project over the winter, but it is paying dividends now, and will through the summer. Not that I really need it.
Yeah, I was impressed with the work you've gotten done and the direction of the CCNR committee. So, good work.
Director Scobie, do you have any questions?
Of course I do. Okay, so that was interesting. So we make it really easy for our residents to file these types of violations, put up their email, phone calls, walk in, whatever. So does everyone just refer that to you, or does the staff help out, like the front desk help out, or is there, it pretty much just all goes straight to you? And then you sit on it. Yeah, I'm looking at the staff.
Yeah. And everyone gets the response. I want to make sure that you know that everybody who contacts us gets the response and kind of understands, yes, it's in the CCNR, so it isn't quite in the CCNR, but they all are responded to.
If they know who they are.
If they know who they are.
And so on the website, since you have this nifty program with everything coded, do we have the ability for a resident to come in and actually fill out a form that would feed directly into the software, so you don't have to make you do that data entry? Is that something we can set up?
I believe I will have to go back and look at the proposal. There is a resident interface that is available. It's an additional cost. And given my experience here, I didn't feel that the cost was enough of a benefit because there's not enough people that I encounter that will go to the website. Most of my complaints are either by phone or walk-in. There aren't very many that actually go to the website.
You wouldn't know that if you didn't have it available. So if it was there, so for me, when I want to make a complaint, because I complain all the time, I'm kidding, I would go to the website and I would go fill in a form instead of calling. And I think that's become more common. I know we have, our community might not be as literate, website literate, but it might be worth sending back to the committee that cost to see if that might be something that we could actually funnel people to fill that in and that data to alleviate you having to do it yourself.
That's something I can certainly look into, and provide that information to me.
However, we are 54% seniors in this area, this district, and a lot of them don't jump onto the computer.
Yeah, no, I understand that.
So are all these CCNRs actually in that, all 87?
So under the advisement of my software implementation person, we talked realistically, when we look at all the sets of CCNRs, how many are actually regular violations? So what we're doing at this point is, while I've got, all of them are transcribed and a good number of them are coded, they're being put into the system as those complaints come in, because otherwise it would be 2027 before I have them all put in the system. When I found out how long it takes to actually put them in, you just put them in multiple places, it was actually really time-consuming to put them into the software. So we're just doing them as we go, and because it's already done, already transcribed and in these spreadsheets, it's a cut and paste to put them in, so it doesn't take that much time.
Okay, and my last question is, I understand that when you're out in the field more, you're going to have like a nifty tablet or printer.
Yes.
And are those like budgeted for next year?
So the laptop that we bought is intended to be out in the field, and it actually folds and has to be used as a tablet. And so that was part of the software purchase for this.
For this, okay, and then the printer, I understand there's going to be a printer so you can actually print items, and is that in the budget for next year?
That's already included, and the printer was only about $10.
Oh, okay, great, thank you.
Great, let's go ahead and take this issue out to the public. Would anybody like to speak on this item on the agenda and ask any questions? No? Okay, well, let's bring it back to the board, and I just wanted to say, I think this is a really great presentation to put on the website for people, and I think that more people probably would fill out forms on the website if we promoted that it was on there. So we should make sure and put that in the newsletter and just get the word out that you can go and not have to just call, but you can go to the website. And I think that we need to manage expectations, and that's the key phrase that you put in the presentation. Because people think that it's instantaneous, that you can get something done, and they also think that we can handle everything. So as long as you're responding to everybody, I think that's super important. Respond in a timely way, and you help manage that expectation. And then the fact that you have this on the website and the priorities is really clear communication. Thank you for your hard work.
If I can make one comment on that, one of the things that I'm working on as part, again, with the work plan is to have available on the website contact information for various other agencies and other helpful links for people, because oftentimes calls come into the district because we simply don't know who else to call. So the more I can get that information out as a service to people, when I do provide that information over the phone, people seem to appreciate
Great customer service.
yeah, and having it on the website, I think, might cut down on some of the calls that aren't necessary.
There is a complaint form on our website. It just doesn't interface with the software. So.
Thank you. Is there any other questions? Yes, otherwise we'll close the agenda item. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Kate.
We have a review and
Do we have a
approve.
review and approve?
Yeah.
So what do we review and approve exactly?
So we're just approving the priorities, which we will then put on our website, to help manage expectations and things like that. So we are asking you to approve. One of the things Kate and I talked about was that the CCNR procedures were developed in 2008. And so we're going to, I just wanted to acknowledge Robert Elton is here. He's on our CCNR committee. He was our chair. Ellie's our chair now. But we'll work with our CCNR committee, with these two, to start updating our procedures, and that is something that you may want to embed in policy. Right now, those CCNR procedures are not embedded in our typical district policies. So take a look at that.
Thank you, Robert, for your commitment to the community and the CCNRs. I know you've been on it for a long time and really steered the boat, so thank you. So I need a motion on the floor to accept the priority.
Motion that we accept the priorities.
I'll second.
Is that an appropriate motion? Jason?
Yes, a motion to approve them as, or accept them and approve them as presented.
As presented, yes.
Second by Donnie, all those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. 5-0 vote, and we will move on to general matters, to and from board and staff. So this is the time that we just talk amongst ourselves and provide information, and we'll go to the community report. So, Director Carlson, do you want to start?
Yeah, I attended the community showcase luau and really enjoyed having some conversations with members of the community, some good conversations with people. So just thanks to the staff and everybody who participated in that. So great.
Director Morrison?
I think the most important thing, might be the second most important day of the year besides Food Lunch, is the Easter egg hunt is happening this Saturday at Rasmussen, and I think I've got 10 o'clock in my book. Is that right? 10 to, as fast as those little
Yeah, usually about that site.
get those eggs, and they are fast. But Director Stobie might have a few words to say about that. Go ahead.
Well, Director Reed, you can talk about whatever you want right now.
I just wanted to comment that I was at the board meeting when it presented with Richard Harris, and we had 2 people there, and I'm looking forward to who's this Jason guy? He is now, and I think these are important moves that we all should be in.
You've been full board participation on that. Yeah, that's very good.
I get to be the Easter Bunny. I'm so excited. I hope I can start building some results. I'm going to be the Easter Bunny. I'm so excited.
That's other duties of the sun.
Oh my gosh, I've always wanted to be the Easter Bunny, so I'm really excited about it.
You've got your pictures of it.
I can't wait.
Yeah.
So yeah, I can get my marching orders still, so, but I'm
Your
already.
hopping word.
My hopping orders, yes.
Marching for
Yes, my marching orders. So I attended the SDRMA training, and I brought my booklet, my pamphlet, for any of you board members who would like to look at it. And I was going to just give you a little brief rundown. So we started with a general speaker, and they talked about how our insurance rates are going up. Just letting you all know, Vicki knows more about that than I do. But just a heads up. And then we had a motivational speaker, and it was kind of an interesting speech. Needless to say, it was motivational, and you can make a difference, but they came away with. And then in the afternoon, I attended a specific board training, and they talked about what a healthy board would look like, and they were encouraging it to be very diverse, having more people who represent your community, not like a homogeneous board. So you have different viewpoints and different perspectives that you would bring to the board, and then how do you bring that to a consensus? So they actually gave us an exercise on how to do that. And then here, so that's my favorite page. It has like 4 steps that you can go through. And I don't know if we'll need those 4 steps, but we have them available to us should we need them. So it was, yeah, I'm sure we will. But anyway, it was definitely worthwhile. And if anyone wants to work, look at them into having here. But Margaret and I also went to the Rotary lunch and did a presentation there regarding the state of the district and requested some sponsorships. Did we ever hear back from Rotary regarding the time?
Yeah, I'm setting up a meeting between them and the Cameron Park Community Foundation at 5 o'clock.
That's the exact thing that I sent out folks. So that was very encouraging. They're a great group, and thank you for bringing it up. It was really fun to be there and have lunch. And doing it with drinks too.
Yeah, it was, I enjoyed it. And then last, if anyone out in the audience or all board members are aware that we have up at our table the URL to fill out the dog survey regarding dogs at the lake. So please get your voice heard. We also have a community workshop that was already mentioned by Ellie. There's a flyer there, and of course, if you know anybody who wants to sponsor this spectacular, perhaps our legal firm would be interested. We would appreciate it. And that's all I have.
You sure? Thank you. I was going to talk about Rotary because it's really great to get out in the community. But I also want to just talk a little bit about the fact that it's really nice to see that our Kids Camp coordinator is coming back this year. And I know that's a very successful program, and to have that kind of consistency and have them come back just makes it even better, so it can grow every year. So good job on that. And I think you have some more comments to a couple things, right?
Right. Okay. So, first an update on our OSHA item that I reported on earlier. We do have a pre-trial conference over the telephone with the judge to talk about our fines. So hopefully we're going to be able to negotiate our fines down. And then the other thing, that is June 20th, so it's not for a little while. And then the last thing is that the pool tile is repaired. So hats off to Cascade Pools and then also Burkett's Masonry. They were here in the rain on Monday and Tuesday, and they completed the project. And Mike has been in and out because he's trying to get the pool built back up. So anyway, so we're working on that. So hats off to them. I think what I'm going to do is just put a banner up at the pool acknowledging their efforts to make those improvements. So that's great.
Thank you. We'll go ahead and move on to, do we, management now? We don't think of that as public action management. The LASCO, Local Area Information Commission, Director Morrison.
We actually didn't have a meeting last month. But I wanted to clarify something, I think, in my comments at the last board meeting. I talked about the fact that a lot of what we do is issue extensions for building projects. And it's not as simple as that. There's typically 100 to 200 pages of documentation to read and go through to make a decision as to whether or not we will allow a developer to extend and extend. But because of how business is conducted, and one of the examples that we were given tonight is Director Wooten asking Kate how long it took the Department of Transportation to get back about an issue, and that's kind of how it is for everyone. And so these developments that get put off or need to be updated, the decisions that need to be made, what we do is determine whether it is reasonable, the request is reasonable, because so many people are put on hold when projects don't move forward at the rate that they're expected to in this community. And we understand that certainly with the project that we had, the Lennar project that we had that's approved 20 years ago, and to bring it back up, and for this board to have to deal with it in this community where we are now financially, have to deal with that, and the concept of flooding and responsibility. And so those are the things that, the decisions that the LASCO commissioners make. It's not as simple as, oh, yes, let's give them an extension. That's part of our lot of work.
Parker Development been construction,
Which,
Fastwick area.
oh no, Park,
I thought
Park,
Parker was.
Park have years ago. And so as, that's why it's very complicated as projects come up. Knowing the state of availability of water, of fire service, that's what we determine, the commissioners determine who, when a project comes up and a community wants to add 100 homes, well, who's going to provide parks and recreation? Who's going to provide fire? Who's going to provide water? Do we have enough? And some of these projects, such as some of the Parker projects, have been on the books for years. Mark, think of how long, those of you who've been in the community, some of you have been attending meetings until, recently, or within a few years. But I attended those early Marble Valley and, those meetings, those took place years ago with Kurt Bone and Representative Parker. So it takes years for projects. So I just wanted to...
Thank you for that perspective. How that is. So let's go ahead on to committees and Director Scobie for budget matters.
Okay, so,
For budget and admin, we had Eldorado Disposal come back, and they presented some information regarding rates and further information. So we're having them coming back to committee one more time before we bring it forward to the board. So we're going to have another look at that. We brought forward the quarterly finance report that you guys saw in your binder today. And I think that's pretty much it. Do you have anything you want to add to that, Margaret?
Well, we continue to talk about grants and what we want to do with that, so I'm very proud of you for answering that question. CCNR, Director Lee.
We had our meeting, and I have to say, this lady goes like a little bulldog between telephone calls, people dropping in, getting in the car and driving to different places, which you do, and I know you do, and I just hope you're not on overload there. Good grief. I did visit our local fire department regarding certain cul-de-sac properties. They can't go on the grounds, but I wanted to ask, since you're sitting here, what if the fence is down on one side? Could you look without stepping on the ground? Okay. Don't worry, Kate, I'll take care of those. That's about all.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Okay, fire and emergency, Director Morrison.
I just want to bring one other item up, and that is tomorrow night, the chamber mixer is at the Lucky Dog Salon, which is across Mother Road from Lee's Feed, and I took my 290-pound beauties there today. Elaine Pratt is the owner, and her work is impeccable. I should have brought my dogs because they could win Westminster. They're so beautiful today. But anyway, 5:30 to 7:30 is the Lucky Dog. Fire emergency services. So we had a very detailed conversation about the California Conservation Corps work project, and from everything that the general manager reported through our park superintendent, the team was well-mannered. Everything went extremely well with their camping at Cameron Park Lake, the work with the fire department, with our Growlersburg team, with our team. And then we had I had the opportunity to attend Fire Safety Council meeting that Paul ran, and we were able to actually see the work that the Conservation Corps, Growlersburg team, our team, and the actual lines of brush and greenways clearing that they did on the BLM. incredibly impressive. And I don't know, Mike, if you have anything to add to the success of the CCCs.
Couldn't ask for any more, I guess. We didn't even really know they were there. They picked up after themselves. They even came up and wanted to do some volunteer work, so they helped us clean the shorelines of the lake, just an hour every night just to do stuff to kind of pay back their stay. So,
That's fantastic.
yeah, there's nothing to,
All good news.
all good news,
Everything
yes.
is all good news.
Yep.
The other thing Joe has told me, we had a complaint from a longtime resident at the lake about the fact that we hadn't been able to cut the reeds down this year. And as you all know, we have been working to clean up our own unimproved properties. And so our priorities shifted a little bit, and we didn't get to the lake to cut the reeds down this year because we were busy cleaning Gateway and busy, cutting all the green that has not been touched in years in the stream that runs along the perimeter of that property. We've also spent a lot of time at Rasmussen, what else? There's another big project.
Hacienda.
Hacienda, that's what I was talking about, Hacienda. Huge project. And so, the intent is to obviously get to all of our properties, and as we clean them up, as you all well know, when it comes to spring cleaning, if you did something in the fall and prepared, it's not as much work the next year. So, Jill then told me that she met with the tribe, and the tribe is going to come and cut the reeds down. So, right? So it's good. It's all good. And they're going to use them, dry them, and use them to make baskets and other weaving projects. So I can't say enough about our crew, our parks team, and then we had a report on Summer Spectacular and the work that Tina and staff is doing to prepare. So,
Are you going on to Parks and Rec then?
working on it.
Okay.
Item 2 in the agenda for fire emergency services, though, reviewing the weed abatement budget. I wanted to speak to that issue. Hopefully, all of you who own property received the oversized postcards. Unfortunately, we missed the deadline to send out the letters to notify property owners that we are in a process. We've begun a process. And so we will not be leaning improved properties this year. But that doesn't mean we're not going to be dealing with it. We've got some big projects, some big properties that need to be dealt with. And any other comments, Jill or Chief, on that particular?
Just on that particular one, yeah, I agree. I think, the letters are part of the ordinance, the timeline when the letters get out, and of course, there's the mid-year budget adjustment. We hadn't received it by the time the letters needed to go out, so we had talked to Gina, and I think we talked to fire committee that we're going to focus this year on education, which was why the posters, the cards came out. And then right now, I think they've got, for the month of April, they've got 402 inspections on improved properties done. And we've got magnetic stickers that go on the door that say Karen Park. They're actually inspectors on there, so it's called Sensible State Inspectors. So people are going to see them in the neighborhood, they're getting their inspection notices, and we're really going to focus on that, the educational portion of it. And then, in turn, continue to update the ordinance and plan to, we'll be ready to roll next year, and the public will be aware of what's going on, so it should be a lot easier.
And hopefully just roll right into that.
Yeah, Sherry, I have a question real quick. Chief, as you said, you inspected.
Sorry.
I don't know why
So you inspected 402, is a
fail or pass, or what, just that you better know that?
So what I saw was really high, the forum we were in March, and I have a sheet here advising what passed and what didn't pass.
And so the homeowner now knows they passed or didn't pass, right? That's the 402?
Yeah, every time we inspect, we leave a notice for the homeowner.
So what I saw from his report was right in detail, that we're actually using a program that was built by Cal Fire, that's used in our state, I think, and I was talking about this, but we're able to put that on the iPad, and we're gonna be able to present you down the road with like a quick snapshot map to show you, and that's what you've got right now, it shows it's all dots where the inspections have been done. I saw a really high compliance with those 402 that passed the inspection, so it was very promising. And it depends on the areas that they're at, they're gonna move around, so.
So a homeowner will know that they have
Oh, yes,
passed, and if not, they're notified that they've got work to do.
yes. And they're notified.
So they're notified and what they need to improve as well?
Absolutely.
I think this education year is very important, and I'm glad that you're starting with this process, because then people will know for next year.
Yeah, I agree. So you can't miss those the small postcards. You can overlook them, those big postcards, hopefully you know what I'm talking
I
about.
handed out.
Yeah, they're fantastic. Thank you.
Thank you.
I have a question. This is for improved lots?
Yes.
And so we're doing the same thing for unimproved lots too?
So unapproved lots is a whole different inspection.
That's a whole other process.
There's a different inspection for unapproved lots, the vacant lots, and we're doing that year after year, but the improved includes the property that has that resistance for space and gutters and, trees, touching your chimney. So there's a checkoff sheet, they go down and they'll do that inspection, because typically your fires will, when there's a home on a property, that's the biggest threat is fire starting near the top of the home and spreading out. So that's an essential space also to protect fire from coming to the house. So,
I understand the actual inspection is different. I'm just saying we are moving forward with our unimproved lots as well.
Yes, that program is in place.
and in your budget adjustment, once we got it at, then they hired a couple of part-time employees, and one of them is actually one of our CAL FIRE principal state inspectors that does it for 9 months. They have time we have to reset them, so they're not permanent, and they're going like gangbusters. I mean, that's how you get 400 in basically 3 months, they have 400 inspections, so they're really
And it looks like there's 392 that passed. That's really up.
very experienced.
10 that didn't. And then when you look at this, right, this is the cluster that you have expected, and then the ones you have passed in that cluster.
So, yeah, so green is good,
Yep.
the yellow with the one is first round.
Yeah.
So they have so many weeks to apply, and they'll get it inspected. So the second page is just a bullet of first.
Yeah.
Great. You can't see,
Thank you for that.
What a great
This is
program.
the program that Collector out that Chief Smith is working with, Chief Barclay, who's Captain U.S. supervisor, and so they were able to tap in and get a layer, and it might be more simple in the future, but just purchase a couple iPads that were budgeted for, the inspectors go out, and they put all the information in the computer, that they upload it, and this will always have it, and then for next year, so it's not, gone are the days of the paper inspection,
Right.
Yeah, this is great.
So if I understand, this is for improved property, but we can't use the same software for unimproved property?
So we're looking at that, he's looking at that, but right now, the timing of us getting this, before we had the iPads and money to buy that, we do the improved, and our program for the state is specifically for improved law, 4991.
Okay.
So that's why we're starting with this now, we've already asked him, he's gonna be working with the state to see if we have the ability to, you might already have that question answered, but to kind of modify the program to allow us to capture the same information for the vacant lots,
Yes,
and show on the map.
yes, that was my question.
And he's here.
So we have to set the meeting with the state farm marshal's office to go down there, ask Nikki to set some stuff up. And that way, if she can arrange the collector app to add unapproved lots, and that's what she'll do. So, but I'll take a little bit of time.
That's
So,
fantastic.
yeah, so as of right now, we sent out approximately 360 approved letters for vacant lots. The prevention specialist inspected for the first week when the due date was there of April, and we had about 260 violations. So the prevention specialist sent out lien letters to those 260. We probably had 50 phone calls already in regards to asking for extensions and working with those certain individuals, which we are. And then come the first week of May, we'll do our second reinspection. And then from there, we will decide where we go on the lien process.
So, Chief, these areas, did you just designate these as being the highest risk?
So the first part, off Royce and above the Starbucks right there, is basically some training for the specialist. The bottom down below is the section, or one of the sections of the Cannon Park that is designated in the pink, which is a very high fire hazard severity zone. So that's where it's actually it's not quite next to the BOD.
No.
So it's on the west side of Cannon Park Drive versus the east side of Cannon Park Drive, but it's in one of the older sections of Cannon Park.
Yeah.
And that's part of the very high, which is there's two big locations within Cannon Park.
Yeah, the fire station.
Very high.
Where's the other location?
The location is about 2 miles away, on Cannon Park Drive, just east of Cambridge.
And is that because of the older structures?
Thank you, Chief. This is very good information. It's great.
I just have one other comment. I can see a resident perhaps being a little confused with Kate doing her violations, and this seems very similar, you know, the defensible space, and, you know, we've got another inspector coming out. So just putting it out there that you might have residents that are like confused. I know it's not confusing to us. I'm just
No,
saying that residents, you may get some crossover.
Right, the inspectors explain what they're doing and what program they're running.
Okay,
So,
good.
on average, the inspectors do 4 houses an hour. That could drop down when they talk to the public. It can go down to 3 houses per hour, and sometimes maybe 2 if you have a long-running resident. Sometimes you can get 5 or 6 an hour, but all in all, they've received compliments when they were out there and discussing the program. The residents like it.
Well, it's very important. It's educating
Right.
at the same time. So that's what people want to know. Because I think most people want to be in compliance. They just do. Most people want to know. They don't know what to do. They don't appreciate the information.
I'll tell you, the first year you move up, you're confronted with weeds that you didn't even know.
It's
It's just a planet, and that's
Every year.
You live here, it's a whole different kind of weed. And the ones that were there the year before, no longer there. It's fascinating. And you've got to be on it. So, I'm amazed at the compliance percentage. Excellent.
Too, I'm sure.
Especially in these neighborhoods that are considered to be possibly problematic. Thank you.
Director Wilson, you want to talk about Parks and Rec?
Yes, recreation. So, our first agenda item was to develop a process to identify park improvement projects for the Prop 68 and other grant opportunities. And Joe and staff are working on that process. The money that comes from these Prop 68 grants have to, I believe they have to be all new projects. And we've got deadlines, I think there's some June deadlines, and any update on that process? Okay, working on it.
I did get some, maybe I just want to clarify, so June deadline doesn't mean you have to spend all the money or allocate, it just means if you're gonna propose a project, that June would be good, then there's another deadline, and another one. I've got some paperwork sitting on my desk that I have some paperwork on my desk that I just received that is which is 20th, and it's kind of to establish ourselves with the Office of Local Government, whatever it's called. But we're working to be in the queue, and this initial one is to say, yes, we're interested in the per capita allocation.
We want to be there.
So, under staff update, banners in the right-of-way. So Tina was able to secure the ability for the district to put banners at the corner of Cambridge and Country Club. That property has been purchased by the church, and I don't know what church anymore. Is it the...
Which property?
The corner of Cambridge and Country Club, where
A lot of the banners
a lot of banners are. And there's actually a new no trespassing sign that has just gone up. But Tina met with the owners, which is the church. I don't know what church. I think it's the big church across from the school.
No, it's not a local church.
Sacramento.
Yeah, it's in
Oh, I
Sacramento.
didn't even know. That's why I don't know.
Yeah, so Tina reached out. We are unable to put any temporary signs in the right-of-way.
Isn't that right?
And so we're kind of rethinking our deployment of banners and messaging in our area. And so we are either placing those messages on our own property, or we will get permission from the private property owner.
Right.
And so that is our first step, was to contact the church, and we will be putting up a permanent sign so that we can put banners up.
Right.
Mike finishes his fire fuel reduction program.
Right.
And a lot of other stuff, we're going to have banners.
No pressure.
So the permanent sign goes in the same location?
So
Probably a little bit.
where those boards are, like at Hacienda Park and Christmas McCullough. And there should be one, like at Rasmussen, we should, put those V signs, the big wooden signs, where we can put our signage up. Okay, the boat program. The dock at the lake is rotted, and has it been removed, or going to be removed?
So we removed the dock, it's on the shore now. We were able to take out the piece that was damaged, and it's just a crack in the side of the barge. But it's repairable.
Is it repairable? Oh, we didn't think that it was, and
Yeah,
therefore
we
we
had
weren't going to
no
have a boat
idea.
program this summer.
Until we got it out of the water.
We're still evaluating everything. There
Okay.
are some rails that need to go up that was done in the lake, and so I think that we're still assessing our situation, also
Okay.
with our proposed shed as well, to make sure that that's a safe place for the boats and everything that's in that. So we're still
So we'll see.
assessing.
But it's a little better news than we weren't going to have a boat program at all. But understand that we may still have that, we may still have that decision, unfortunately. Summer Spectacular, we had some updates on that. That program is moving along. And then we talked about the construction warranty work, and the pool tiles were going to be completed, so that's really great news. So, thank you.
Great. Thank you. That's one more in solar energy ad hoc report. Jill, do you want to go into that, or where was it? Where was it there? Oh, you weren't there. That was good.
I left early, I was hoping you were doing.
Sure.
You heard from the high school.
Yes,
We did hear from the high school.
So we did hear from the high school. It was a very interesting conversation, and it was really nice of the high school director, who is in charge of the maintenance and for all property,
give his time and explains everything about the program. And it's basically a PPP, which is like, that we would not assume any of the cost of the solar energy panels or the construction. We would buy, it's a power purchase agreement, we would buy the power from the people that would install the solar, and that's what the high school district is doing. And they're doing that in all Oak Ridge, Ponderosa and El Dorado, Union Mine. So they basically have, he looked everywhere, they hired a consultant to get an RFP out there and then look at all the different possibilities. They didn't go with the cheapest, they felt they went with the best, and the people that they went with was usually Engie, and now they're called Enpro.
Enpro is
I think so, but, yeah, but I just have to look back and confirm. It's, we've seen two projects now. One was El Dorado Hills, and El Dorado Hills outright purchased their panels and they did all the construction work. So they're basically gonna own their own power and they're paying it based off what their general fund is. The high school felt like if they did a power purchase agreement, they would have to dip into their general fund. And I like that because that's, they're in the same situation as we are. If we dipped into our general fund and we waited for the savings. There's a lot of savings, but it's over a 20-year period. And it's a lot of cost. So there's some real bonuses in there. So we have that, and we have one more that we want to look at, and we want to talk about RFPs for the next meeting and discuss what's the next step. Yes.
So I'd just like to make comment on that. I've met with multiple solar companies, and yes, there are opportunities to not have any expenditures, and you're given prorated monthly costs that increase exponentially, extremely high.
They got a fixed rate for the next 30 years.
good.
Okay,
It will
so
not be increasing for them. And this is an interesting negotiation. It's a little bit different from personal.
right, so that's good.
Similar, same thing as Beals Lodge.
Did they get a fixed rate too? Yeah. Okay. So yeah, that's the big concern because you don't want it to
Yeah.
increase.
Deplete, because it ultimately depletes your savings.
Very good deal. Okay. So more, question on that? Sure.
I was part of the planning group that put in the solar system at Cameron Park Country Club, and we did that as a property sets clean energy prepaid power purchase agreement. As what you're saying with the power purchase agreement, and Holly, there are some, we got into some challenges with our folks and some new negotiations, so if there's anyone that wants to get some lessons learned, I'd be more than willing to share.
That would be awesome. We would like to have you come to a solar advocacy meeting. Great. Lessons learned is very helpful.
Yeah, do this and don't do that
Don't do
again.
that. Yeah. So we'll go ahead, Bill, do that. Thank you for bringing that up. Okay, that's still on that. This is now time for public comment. Members of the public may speak on any closed session item. We'll be moving into closed session. Is there anybody who'd like to speak on that? Closed session item is, if there's anybody who'd like to speak on that. And if that's the case, then we